Why your brain refuses to let go. The neuroscience of grief, attachment, and human loss. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Yende. Let me ask you something deeply human. Have you ever lost someone important to you, and then weeks or even months later found yourself reaching for your phone to call them? Seen something funny, surprising, or meaningful and immediately thought, I need to tell them this? Or for just a brief moment forgotten they were gone, only to feel that painful wave of reality return all over again. Many people assume this means they have not fully accepted the loss, but neuroscience tells a very different story. Your brain is not broken. It is not failing. In fact, it is doing exactly what it was built to do. Today, we're exploring one of the most fascinating discoveries in modern neuroscience: why grief hurts so deeply, why loss can feel physically painful, why the brain keeps searching for people who are no longer there, and why letting go is not simply an emotional decision, but a process of rewiring the nervous system itself. For centuries, grief was understood mainly as an emotional experience: sadness, crying, loneliness, numbness, depression. But modern brain imaging has revealed something far more complex. The grieving brain does not only activate areas linked to emotion, it also activates motivation circuits, reward circuits, craving circuits, the same neural pathways involved in pursuit, the same systems involved in seeking, longing, and expectation, the same pathways that light up when something precious is missing. In other words, the grieving brain is not only sad, the grieving brain is searching. Researchers have discovered something remarkable about how we form attachment. The brain creates an internal map of every important person in our lives. This map is built around three essential dimensions: space, time, and closeness: where they are, when we expect to see them, and how emotionally connected we are to them. These dimensions become deeply woven together over time. Think about someone you love deeply: a spouse, a parent, a sibling, a best friend. You know where they live. You know when they usually call. You know the rhythm of their presence in your life. Your brain is constantly predicting their existence, often without you even realizing it. This prediction system runs automatically, quietly, in the background, without conscious effort. Then loss happens. A death, a separation, a breakup. A sudden absence that changes everything. Reality shifts. But the internal map remains. The brain still generates the old predictions. They'll call. They'll walk through the door. They'll reply to the message. They'll be there, except they are not. And that mismatch between expectation and reality is one of the core experiences of grief. Grief is not forgetting. Grief is remapping. It is the painful process by which your nervous system learns that the attachment still exists in memory and identity, even though the person is no longer available in space and time. The bond may remain, but the rules of presence have changed forever. And that kind of learning does not happen instantly. It takes time. Sometimes months, sometimes years, sometimes longer than anyone expects. One of the greatest myths about grief is that healing means detaching from the person you lost. But neuroscience suggests something much more meaningful. Healthy grieving does not mean erasing attachment. It means preserving love while updating reality. You do not erase the relationship, you transform it. The goal is not forgetting. The goal is integration. Because love does not simply disappear when someone leaves your life. What changes is the way your brain holds that love. The nervous system slowly learns to carry the relationship differently, to remember, to miss, to honor, and eventually to live with the absence without losing the connection entirely. I'm Dr. Yende, and in the next episode, we'll explore why some people experience grief more intensely than others.